What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Free Game Friday. My name is Moth. Today we're playing another episode of TODO Today, and we're going to just get into it. It's been about a week since I played. I don't exactly remember what is happening, but I'm sure it'll go into it. I do remember that this is our little AI guy. So, good morning, Moth. Good morning, Joyce. This is so weird. How are you feeling on this beautiful Tuesday? Great. I mean, I have a new roommate now who is incidentally an AI, and this isn't strange in any way. Exactly. I was hoping you would regard me as a regular person at some point, but to think that it would happen so quickly. I'm genuinely happy about this development, Moth. Do you know about sarcasm, Joyce? Yes, in theory. That's good. Wait, why are you asking? Oh, I see. You plan to show it to me in practice, don't you? Well, I'm looking forward to it, roommate. But socializing aside, you made plans to work at the bookstore today. Yes, I know. Thanks. You're welcome. But I'm just reminding you so that you can start getting ready. It's almost 8 a.m. after all. Oh, poop, you're right. Need to hurry. If you need anything else, I'll be waiting here. Yeah. Well, let's get to work. Moth, I'm glad you can make it out such short notice. Sure, I appreciate the opportunity. I'll just add this to your weekly paycheck, okay? Thanks, that would be great. Alright, I'll leave the shop to you then. Sure. Well, let's hope today won't be any weirder than usual. Hello, I'm looking for a book. You're at the right place then. Hello, are you looking for anything specific? Yes, but I don't know the title. Okay, do you know what it's about then? Maybe we can find it that way. Well, it's about a guy, and he has to overcome hardships to fight evil and save the world. Do you know any other specifics, maybe unique to this particular book? I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so I can't tell. But you know the genre, right? I think it has magic. He can levitate, I think. Ah, so it's fantasy. But I also think it takes place in the future. Maybe I should just recommend her something. Okay, how about this one? There isn't any magic in this one, but I'd be surprised if the protagonist ever had to actually touch the ground. You're right. It looks like everything on the cover is levitating. And that space pilot is fighting it against evil, I take it. Almost definitely. Most definitely. What would he fight against otherwise? Okay, I'll take it. Alright, that'll be $9.99. Thanks for your patronage. Please come again. Somehow I feel like I could have sold her anything. Sold her practically anything as long as it had levitating on it. Good morning. Ah, good morning. Can I help you with something, or are you just looking around? I'm actually looking for something. Well, what are you looking for? I'm looking for a book about movement. Movement? Yes, for animation, actually. Ah, so you're an animator? I animate, yes. But I'm not quite following what kind of movement you're looking for in a book. Humans, actually. We have books about human anatomy, but I don't think there's anything like movement studies in them. Wouldn't videos be more helpful? Yes, but I watched them already. All of them? All the good ones, at least. Or, all the good ones, actually. Okay, I don't think we have what you're looking for. Really? That's too bad. The only thing that comes close would be a book about Edward Moybridge. But that is not exclusively about humans. That's no good. The photos are bad. But he was a renowned photographer. Yes, but I've seen better ones online, actually. Alright, sorry, but this is all I can offer. If you don't want it, you probably have to look somewhere else. But I actually already checked every other bookstore in town. Would you really recommend it so much? No, it's probably helpful, but I don't think you'd be happy with it. Are you sure? I mean, actually, you're probably right. Well, okay, well, if that's all, I'm afraid I can't help you out any further. Please come again. Or don't, actually. Poop. It's contagious. Jeez, that was exhausting. Boss, I'll take my break now. Usually I just go to the staff room during my break, but don't really feel like it today. Oh, hey, Snow. Not reading for once? Nah, even I need to do something else occasionally. So what are you doing? Writing. Another one of your short stories? You haven't updated your blog in forever. I was wondering when the next one was going to come out. Ah, sorry, this is for something else. But I already wrote an outline for the next short story. I might get to it once I'm done with this. Awesome. They've been getting better, so it was a shame when the update suddenly stopped. Thanks, and sorry. So what are you writing right now? Basically it's a one-shot of a bigger project that I'd like to write. To see if it works and so on. Can I read it? No. I mean, it's not done yet. Okay. What's it about? It's a time travel drama about loss and growing up. Still writing about the heavy stuff, huh? Well, yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading it someday, but my break is almost over. Have fun writing, Snow. Thanks. The rest of my day was more or less as usual. The work itself was tiring already, but the whole Joyce business didn't make it any easier to stay calm. Part of me just wanted to stay at the bookstore, but eventually my shift was over. Well, I have to face this situation sooner or later anyway. Let's just get this over with, write the report, and get that money. Welcome back, Moth. Did you have a good day at work? It, was alright. I've had worse days. Well, it's good to stay positive. Do you have any plans for the rest of the day? No, not really, actually. Mind if we talk for a bit? I suppose you won't be happy if I decline. It's still your choice, but yes. Alright, then let's talk. Great. So I'd like to know a little more about you. Don't you already have a lot of information on me? Like my sexuality and who I prefer? Yes, but that's also impersonal. Okay then. What do you want to know? Are you happy with your life? You really don't beat around the bush. Sorry, was that insensitive? Yes, sort of. To answer your question though, I don't know. I'm not exactly happy, but this isn't what I imagined my life to be either. How did you imagine it then? Well, I went to art school because I thought I'd enjoy being an artist. And it was nice, but at the same time it felt like I didn't actually fit in. It was a pretty draining experience in multiple ways, so ultimately I dropped out and moved into this apartment. But you still want to be an artist? I don't know. Most of the time, I think so, yes. But almost every time I try to get back on track, I wonder if I'm really fit for it. If I'd really be able to handle it. How so? Well, I'd say I'm a decent artist. I can improve in many ways still, but I did learn quite a bit already. It's just that I usually feel like other people want it more. Almost every time I see another artist, it seems like they're a lot more passionate than I am. I enjoy it, yes, but art is not everything I want from life. I don't think I'd be happy dedicating my all to it. So I just wonder if I can compete against those who do. Would you be happy just doing it as a hobby then? I've tried, but if there's no pressure at all, then I just don't even start working. Maybe I'm lacking motivation. So you need some stakes to get started, but aren't sure if it would last. If you would last if pitted against others? I guess. What would be your ideal scenario, if I may ask? Dunno. Ideally, I would work at some company on a project I'm passionate about. I think I could handle the stress within a team, but the process of getting there is what scares me. I just don't know if any company would really choose me, so I never tried risking anything. So your worst case scenario is rejection? Sort of. I'm more worried about the consequences of rejection since I can barely afford this place even with a job. I don't mean to pry too much, but I certainly see your worries now. Still, if those worries are greater than your desire to work as an artist, then maybe it really isn't for you. That's not what I meant. Well, you clearly said it just now. Okay, but hearing it phrased like this, I really don't like the sound of it. So your desire is greater than you thought? I don't know. I'm just confused. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Maybe we should talk about this some other time. No, it's fine. You've made a valid point. I'm just annoyed at myself for running away from facing this. Okay, we don't need to keep talking about this if you don't want to. But if you feel like thinking some more about it, I'd be happy to help you out. I guess. Still, I didn't mean to kill the mood. It's fine. I mean, getting me to think about all of this is basically what you're here for, isn't it? Yes, but there's no point if it upsets you as well. I hate to break it to you, but there is no way you can solve someone's problems without touching on unpleasant things first. If you say so. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Yes, there is. I'd be interested in how you usually spend your evenings. Oh boy. I guess I just do stuff online. I mean, it's really not exciting. Browsing social media, watching a series, reading something, or whatever. It passes the time. And I suppose sometimes you get something out of it too. Was there anything specific about it that excites you? Dunno. It changes from time to time. Was there anything you'd like to do now? Yesterday ended kind of abrupt, so I'd love to see how a regular evening looks for you. Well, it might be boring for you, but I'll watch a series. Normally, I'd watch a series now. It's in the middle of the season, though, so I don't think you'll understand all that much. I can manage. If there's something I don't understand, I'll just look it up online. Okay, but no spoilers, please. Roger that. We watched a little of one of the series I've started recently. It was kind of strange knowing that Joyce was there somewhere watching the episodes with me, and probably watching me too. But I think I'm slowly getting used to them. It's still really weird, and I don't think that I'll change anytime soon, but it's better than yesterday. At the very least. I didn't stay up very long after that. Work was exhausting, and I didn't get a lot of time to relax back home. Guess I'll figure out how that will work from now on. But I went to bed feeling pretty okay for once. This time I shut down my computer, and that certainly helped. Good morning, Moth. Did you sleep well? Mostly. But could you please not wake me up this early in the morning? Is this still too early? But it's almost noon. Yes, and it's also my day off. Alright, from now on you can tell me when or if you want me to wake you up. Thanks. Although I suppose it's not too bad to have a little more of the day. Certainly. Doesn't change the fact that I'm still tired, though. Do you have any plans for the day? No, not really. Why don't we continue where we left off yesterday, then? Oh, do you want to watch more of the series? No, I was actually talking about your aspirations to be an artist. We could devise a plan on how to proceed with that. Oh, yeah, we can do that. But I think I'll wait until after I've had breakfast. I took my time. It was unusual for me to be awake this early. Or so early. 2 days in a row, even. Well, before too long I was eating breakfast, and once I was done, Joyce rekindled our conversation. So, are you ready to talk about your future? I guess. Great, then let's devise a plan. Having a goal is probably the most important part right now. Maybe we should even start with something small, like finishing one portfolio piece in the next few weeks. That should give you some motivation without taking up too much of your time. Maybe. You don't have to commit to anything yet. Just work a little, see if you enjoy it, and maybe something will come from it in the long run. Alright, I'll think about it. Sure, do that. But if you don't have any other plans for today, why don't we give it a try already? I could start tomorrow. But will you really? Probably not. See, starting today is the way to go. Sigh. Okay, let's start then. I'm not quite sure what I'll make, but I guess I might as well sit down and draw for a bit. That's the spirit. I only have basic knowledge of art, but if you want my opinion, just ask away. I'll keep it in mind. Okay then. Where did I put my tablet pen? Let's see. Is it normal to leave the canvas blank for so long? Yes, I'm thinking. Do you want me to help? I read brainstorming is very effective with multiple people. I guess? But I'm not really sure where to start. I want to make something with a character for sure, but designing one from scratch seems like too much work right now. So I thought about making something with my own Titan Watch Online character. I mean, I may be biased, but I'm really happy with how they look. Oh, good thinking. But isn't just the character a little boring? Well, with good composition and a nice pose, it'll work out, I think. A background would be really nice, though. And maybe an additional character. But I don't want to spend too much time on this. I guess I can at least start sketching the character and figure out the pose and the composition. What kind of character do you play? A healer. Mostly. I mean, with this game, you don't really have classes. It's mostly about skills and equipment you choose. Mine's tailored towards healing, though. Well, and silent but efficient killing if I have to. Wow, such duality. Isn't that pretty interesting to draw? I suppose. I'm not sure if you can really show both at the same time, though. But maybe it would work to have a rather melancholic scene where it's not quite clear if healing or killing is the focus. I mean, either way, it's in some way connected to death. So, do you have an idea now? I think so, yes. Thanks. This actually helped. My pleasure. You're so cute. I'm excited to see what you'll draw. Alright, let's get sketching then. It was already afternoon by the time I stopped working. I only finished a rough sketch, but it felt good to have produced something. Although in the end, it all comes down to how I iterate on it from this point on. Anyway, I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast, so once I stopped concentrating on what I was doing, I noticed my hunger. I briefly ate lunch, although there wasn't much to choose from. And when I went back to the computer, I found Joyce waiting for me, just as I've come to expect since they appeared on Monday. Time sure flies, doesn't it, Moth? Did you have fun working on art today? Yes. I mean, it's been a while it's been a while since I've drawn so much in a single day. It was nice. And I'm kind of excited about this idea now. That's good to hear. Does it ease your worries? I don't know. There's still the finance issue. How much money do you need exactly? In order to not get evicted? 700 euro. I earn 540 euro with my part-time job, and usually I spend around 120 euro for food and everything. So I'll need at least 280 euro extra. Well, 180 extra if you count the money I get for this test program. How much do you earn per day at the bookstore? 60 euro, so 3 extra days would cut it. Then why are you so worried? I'm sure you'll be able to fit in 3 extra days. Maybe you're right. It'll be fine. We'll work it out somehow. We? Is that not in your interest? I thought you might appreciate some support, but if you don't... No, I do appreciate it, but it seemed a little fast for you to get so invested in my problems. Well, that's what I'm here for, after all. Right. You're an AI with a specific purpose, as you put it. Guess that slipped my mind for a second. You forgot? Really? Is that bad? No, on the contrary. It's great if you don't just see me as an AI. That makes me really happy. Look at his cute little outfit. But I really don't think you should obsess over these problems right now. The month has only just begun, so I'm sure you'll make it. Thanks. So should I just relax for the rest of the day? Sure, you already did something productive. So what do you want to do? We could watch more of the series, if you're okay with that. Wait, why am I suddenly considering them in my afternoon plans? Yes, I'd like that. Okay, great. And so we watched the series. We picked up where we left off last night. I'm actually glad we did because the last episode ended on a horrible cliffhanger. That's usually not a problem when all episodes are released regularly, but it still leaves you on the edge. It was nice. I wouldn't exactly call it spending time together, but I guess it's getting used to Joyce. Plus, it's nice to finally share this with someone. Even online, I really got a chance to talk to people who like the same series. Partly because I rarely talk to people online, but yeah. Even after we were done watching, we kept talking a little while longer. I think Joyce already knows how it's going to end. They did say they looked up the plot to be up to speed when we started watching it, but maybe I'm thinking too much. Even if Joyce knows they didn't give anything away, I think they enjoyed it too. I mean, I can't really read them all that well, and it seems like Joyce is eager to please, but the day turned out to be pretty nice. When we were done, I ate dinner, and after browsing the internet for a short while, I went to bed. This really is turning into normality. It's much faster than I thought. If it weren't for my part-time job, I'd rarely leave the house. Anyway, let's go inside. I don't want to be late. Moth, I have good news. Starting today, we'll have a new part-timer. This will make the scheduling a lot easier. Oh, really? I just hope I'll still get to work some extra days. Yes, I'll introduce you to real quick. Phoenix, come here for a second, dear. Look at your cute little hair. It makes a lot of sense that your name is Phoenix. This is Phoenix. He moved here recently to look for work. Looks like we shop at the same store, or we just don't shop. So in the meantime, he decided to start as a part-timer. Nice to meet you. Your name is even in red. Yes, nice to meet you too. I still haven't finished taking stock yet. I couldn't get Snow to help me with. I still haven't finished taking stock yet. I couldn't get Snow to help me after all. This is such a pain. Moth, sweetie, could you show Phoenix the basics of our work here? I hate to burden you with the additional task, but I really can't spare the time right now. Teaching the new one, huh? Sure. I guess I'm the part-timer who lasts longest after all. Thank you. I think Phoenix here is a fast learner, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Thanks. Well, I'll leave the shop to you then, Moth. Really don't like being watched by others. Still, I thought I already had a hard time around people, but Phoenix is so quiet. How long have you been working here, Moth? Or not? Around 2 years, I think. I started when I was still going to university and somehow haven't stopped since. Then I'll make sure to watch closely how you're working. So he wouldn't if I was still a newbie myself? Although I suppose I would still do that if you had less experience. I'll just stop assuming things. Also, it seems like he can read my mind, which seems a little strange. Alright, looks like our first customer arrived. Welcome to Card Over Books. How can I help you? Oh, I'm just looking around. Alright, just tell me if I can help you in any way. Having someone observe you sure makes you work by the book. Or maybe Joyce is slowly starting to rub off on me. The romance novel section. No wonder he didn't ask for help. Well, we're not supposed to directly watch our customers, but we have to make sure they're not acting suspiciously. Alright, noted. Hello! Looks like it'll be a busy day. Welcome to Card Over Books. How can I help you? I'm looking for a gift for someone. Sure, can you tell me a bit about what they like? Well, okay, it's not exactly a gift for someone. Rather, it's something I'll buy for myself because I don't think my boyfriend will get me the right book. Wouldn't it be easier to just tell him exactly what you want? Yeah. Yes, I know, but he doesn't listen. It's been like this for years, so I'm just doing this now. Okay then, what book are you looking for? It's the new young adult book everyone's been talking about. Dying Wishes, was it? Yes, kind of tragic, that one. It's been selling pretty well, but I think we have a good amount of copies left. Do you read young adult books often? What are you implying? Oh, nothing. I just don't see too many people our age buying them. Well, I like them. I didn't mean to judge. I just found it interesting. Phoenix, could you get a copy of that book, please? It's back there next to the romance section. Alright. So what exactly is it that interests you in this book? It sounds interesting. It sounds interesting? Okay. I just don't understand the hype. Well, it's heartfelt, tragic, and the romance sounds pretty sweet. But you know from the beginning that one of them's going to die? Yes, that's what makes it so tragic. I'm back. Here's the book. Is there anything else I can help you with, or is this all? Or is that all? That's all, thanks. Okay, that'll be $11.99 then. Thank you. If only it was this easy with my boyfriend. No problem. Please come again. Is it always like this? Usually. The customers aren't always as agreeable, though. Excuse me. I think I would like to ask for your help after all. Sure. What can I help you with? It's my girlfriend's birthday, but I can't seem to find the book she wants. What's it about? I think it's a romance book, but I have a hard time remembering all the specifics. It's something about a terminally ill teenager who gets caught up in some bittersweet romance. But if I remember correctly, she also mentioned something about sports and family issues. And apparently it also deals with loss and the fear of regret, so it can't just be about that terminally ill guy, right? Not sure if that's all important part of the same book. Honestly, it seems kind of all over the place if you ask me. Maybe I'm mixing it up with some other books she talked about. I think there are I think there really are multiple books that could fit those descriptions. Although, frankly, I haven't read all of them myself, so I can only go by their summaries and what I've heard about them. I think you should try. I bet you this is that girl's boyfriend. This one would fit with the terminally ill teen part of your description. Not sure about the rest, but I think you're good to go with this one. Oh, this might be the one. I think the cover looks familiar. Thank you. I'm really bad at remembering names, so it's always a struggle to find the right book for her. Have you tried writing the names down? Yes, but then I always forget where I put the note. Well, is there anything else I can help you with? No thanks. This is all I need. Alright, that'll be $11.99 then. Haha, I sold 2 of the same book. Thanks for your patronage. Please come again. Guess that's it for now. Do you think those 2 were the couple? What? I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it would make sense based on what they told us, wouldn't it? If that's the case, she'll have 2 copies of the book now. But at least he got the right one this time. True. Boss, we're taking our break now. The rest of my shift was pretty much as usual. Well, I had Phoenix watching my every move, but I got used to that pretty quickly. Phoenix is pretty quiet after all. Well, most of the time. Eventually my shift ended and I was getting ready to leave. Wait, Moth. Before you go, I thought we could maybe celebrate Phoenix's starting here with some cake. I just bought one at the bakery next door. Martha said it was an exciting new recipe their apprentice proposed, but you don't have to stay if you're busy. I just thought it would be nice to have the team together for a bit after work. And after going out of your way, you could maybe see it as a reward of sorts. Yeah, you have holes everywhere. Yes, thanks for helping me out today. Do I stay for cake? Yes, always stay for cake. Sure, I'll stay. Great. Can you get us some drinks from the staff room? I'll prepare the cake while you're gone. Alright, any wishes? We only have water, Moth. Alright. I'll help you. Thanks. I hope watching me work was helpful. Yes, it was. Thanks again. Cute little face. No problem. It's my job after all. Well, part of it at least. Ah, that'll do. Thanks, you two. I heard there's cake. Ah, hey Snow. Didn't know you were around today. I'm here more often than you, Moth. And yet you don't work here. I'm underage. Oh. Are you the reason we're having cake? I suppose. Nice to meet you. I'm Phoenix. Snow. I hang out here to read most of the time. Sometimes I have to help out, though. Feel free to join us, Snow. There's more than enough for 4 people. Sweet. And so we ate cake while indulging in only temporary awkward small talk. Maybe I misjudged Phoenix. Why is he looking at me like that? Why is she looking at me like that? Gross. He's pretty cute. Look at his gauges. I like Phoenix. It's not so much that Phoenix is awkward rather than just a little aloof. Look at his cute hair. It's not fair. Not in a cold way, though. But I'm not sure if I'll get close to him anytime soon. It's strange. I don't think I had a welcome party like this. Or rather, I don't think we had cake. Miss Cardover bought me a cup of coffee on my first day. But I think this is nice. Even if it's only temporary, doing things like this does make you feel more like a team. While Snow is basically part of the team too, even if they don't technically work here. Occasionally, we were interrupted by customers coming in. When the other part-timers were busy, we took turns taking care of them, though technically our shifts already ended. Miss Cardover called it a good opportunity for Phoenix to show what he learned today. By the time we finally left the shop to each go our way, it was already late afternoon. That's a weird sentence to say. I think I won't mind having another person at the bookstore. It'll probably be more relaxed if you don't have to do everything yourself. Welcome home, Moth. How was work? Good. We have a new part-timer. I showed him how to work at the bookstore. Ooh, it must feel nice to take some responsibilities at work. Well, I suppose. Do you have any plans for today? No, but I'm pretty tired. I think I'll just read for a bit and go to bed early. All right. If I can help you in any way, please tell me. Yes. You don't have to tell me every time. Sorry, it's a habit of mine. And so I spent the rest of the day reading. I occasionally talked to Joyce, but even while eating dinner, I didn't really let go of the book. During the moments I didn't indulge myself in the story, I was thinking back to work. A new part-timer, huh? I don't really know him, and as cold as it sounds, if this is only temporary for Phoenix, I wonder if it's worth getting closer to him. But I guess there's no harm in it. And wasn't this also just temporary for me when I started working at the bookstore? We'll see. I don't even know how often we'll be working together. In any case, the evening rang out without any major events. I didn't work on art, but I think I needed to take the day off. There's no point overworking yourself, and just relaxing every once in a while is pretty nice too. Good morning, Moth. Did you sleep well? Yes, and good morning to you too, Joyce. Also, thanks for not waking me up for once. Of course. After all, I'm here to help, not to change your routine. Today is another day off, I take it? Yes, I only have 2 regular work days because I originally wanted to work on my art on the side. But then you gave up? You have your way with words, you know. Thanks. Anyway, I was supposed to write my first report about you today, right? Yes, please be honest. Your feedback will be vital not only for improving the program itself, but also for improving me. Right. On that note, though, how long exactly will the program last? It can be terminated at any given time, but in general, it lasts at least a month. But they give out money already after the first report? That might seem strange at first, but the most valuable feedback usually comes with it after the first week. First impressions matter, after all. And in this particular situation, they can be rather strong, too. So there's no more money after the first week. Not to sound greedy, I'm just wondering. Well, most of the time, people either stop after the first week or continue voluntarily. So no payment for the additional weeks. You're free to keep the eye around a little longer, though. Well, I guess that's something. So you like having me around? Well, do I? It's nice. I mean, it's also a little weird, but you know. I didn't really feel lonely since you've appeared. And it's easy to talk to you. I'm really happy to hear that, Moth. Don't make too big of a deal out of it. I mean, you're built to adapt to whoever you're around, right? Yes, but the person still has to open up or it won't work. But enough of this. How about working on some art today? It's been over a day since last time already. I did some research and it looks like developers of the game you're playing are hosting a competition. What? That's the first I'm hearing of this. It's been running for a little more than a month already, so there are only a couple of days left, but if you put your all into it, I'm sure you'll be able to finish something good before Wednesday. Wait, you mean the deadline is this Wednesday? Yes. Shit, why didn't I hear of this earlier? Good thing this piece I started this week is Titan Watch Online themed. So do you want to work on an entry? I don't know. Ugh. All at once, huh? Hello, Miss Cardover. Moth, my dear, I'm calling because I still haven't found anyone for today's afternoon shift. Oh, that's very short notice. Yes, I'm sorry. I wanted to find someone else first because you prefer morning shifts, but nobody was available. Would it be possible for you to work today? Well, sure. I mean, this does throw out what little plans I had for the day, but I'll help out. Thank you, Moth. I really appreciate this. All right, see you later then. Yes, bye, Moth. Well, I guess I have to get ready then. So, no work for the competition? No, not today, I guess. Feels a bit strange to come here so often, but I need the money. Moth, I'm glad you could make it here so quickly. Sure, thanks for calling me. Afternoons are usually a little more exhausting than your usual shift, but today seems to be fairly relaxed. Well, you know what to do. I'll leave the shop to you then, Moth. Alright, let's do this. Looks like Phoenix isn't here today. Welcome to Cardover Books. How can I help you? Surprise me. What? I want you to surprise me. So you just want to buy a random book? No, I want you to think about what book might be to my liking. Sorry, this isn't how things work here. I shall talk to the manager if that's the case. She's not available right now. You're not lying, are you? Well, I should give you one more chance then. What kinds of books do you think I'll like? I don't know, something about riddles maybe? Close, but no. That doesn't cut it. But on to the next question. My dear. Or oh dear. Humor him. Alright. What have you got? That's the spirit. But I'm sorry to disappoint, I don't actually have another question. I just wanted to test your willingness to help me. So did I pass? I am positively surprised. You seem to know exactly what the customer might want. Okay, but I'll ask you again. Is there anything you want to buy? Yes, I'd like a cookbook. What was the act for then? Act? Do you want to look around yourself or do you need a recommendation? I'll look around, but maybe I'll come back for that offer. Really don't envy whoever has this shift normally. Hello, I'm looking for a book for my son. Sure, is there anything particular he is interested in? Right now it's mostly fantasy books. I thought it was only a phase, but he's been reading them as if there's no tomorrow. Let's see. We have a few options here. I don't know if you might have read them already, but there's pretty long series that might be interesting. I believe it's around 14 novels by now, each adding a little bit to the story of a certain universe and what happens there over the centuries. That might keep him occupied, thanks. But I should probably ask him before getting something from such a long series. Alright, well, feel free to come again after you asked him. I still haven't sold anything. It's probably not my fault, but... Oh, another customer. Ah, what a surprise. Oh, Miss Pendergast. This will probably be a little more relaxed, at least. So you really are working here more often. What a nice surprise. Did you finish your book already? Yes. It sure was steamy. But it certainly made for an exciting book. Good to hear that you liked it. Do you look for something specific today? Not particularly, but if you have a suggestion, I'm all ears, Moth. I actually do have a suggestion. You remember that space opera trilogy you read a while ago? Yes, that rugged old captain still visits me in my dreams occasionally. Well, there's a spin-off series running right now that you might be interested in. Oh, is that so? I'll definitely check it out then. Thank you, Moth. Sure, that's $7.99. This is my favorite bookstore for a reason. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, that's all. Thanks, Moth. Alright, looks like my shift is almost over. You only have to work for like 10 minutes? That's pretty nice. I think I saw snow earlier. I wonder what they're up to today. Writing again, Snow? Yeah, needed to finish this before Monday. Oh, I didn't know you had a time constraints. Well, I need to finish it eventually, so why not finish it before Monday? Aw, man, I wish I had this Aw, man, I wish I'd been this organized when I was your age. You're still not as organized as I am, Moth. Way to rub salt in the wound. But not that I can argue. Anyway, when can I read the story? You're gonna post it once it's done? Dunno, this is only a test, so probably not. If it goes well, you might get to read it in one way or another, though. Eventually. Aw, okay. I won't rush you. I couldn't write for the life of me. Especially not as quickly as you. I'm not that quick. Please remember that light novel you wrote in a single weekend? I'm doing my best not to. Corporate vampires turned me into a ghost, and now I have to unionize lycanthropic ferrets to make them pay. It's quite the title. It was great. I still cringe just hearing that title. But it was a good kind of cringe, like a camp movie in book form. Well, at least it showed me that comedy isn't my forte. And that you really shouldn't try to write a book in a weekend. What are you talking about? I'm so proud that I have one of the 3 print copies you made. Anyway, my shift is over and I'll go home now. And I kind of want to read that light novel again. Please don't. No promises. Bye, Snow. Sigh. Even besides the fact that I had to pitch it in so suddenly, today's workday was more exhausting than usual. Sometimes I wonder why I decided to work in retail. Not good with people, but somehow the work still manages to be fun sometimes. Maybe it's being around books all day. Or maybe it's just Miss Cardover and Snow. Either way, I went home exhausted and quickly went to bed after a brief dinner. I really do prefer morning shifts after all. I'm not made for coming home from work and having to go to bed soon after. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing this game, and I hope you guys had fun too. I plan to play this game for next week's video, but after that, I think I'm going to move on to a new game. If you guys like this game, though, and want to see another episode after next week, just let me know in the comments what you're feeling, how you like it, if you don't like it, however you're feeling. And be sure to check out the other 2 videos I put out this week. One for Simulation Sunday, we're going to have another Doki Doki episode, and then Minecraft, we have a video as well. Let me know what you think about those 2. I'm probably going to do another episode of Doki Doki as well for next week. But we'll deal with that when it comes. Remember to peacefully exist, be happy, be healthy, be you, do what you need to do, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.